So tariff design. Here we will see in detail what we are key factors of tariff design. So tariff structure, it is just a set of rules for procuring the power. So and produces, and this tariff design produces and determines uh, how to charge the different categories of the consumer. एखादा पर्टिक्युलर कॅटेगरीच्या कंझ्युमरला कशा प्रकारे आपण टेरिफ डिझाईन करतो किंवा हाऊ दी टेरिफ इज डिझाईन और हाऊ दी कंझ्युमर इट इज चार्ज, म्हणजे त्याला इलेक्ट्रिकल बिल कसं दिलं जातं. दॅट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. सो टिपिकल टेरिफ स्ट्रक्चर्स इन्क्लूड्स, आता आपण बघितले की फ्लॅट रेट टेरिफ, व्हॅल्यूमेट्रिक टेरिफ, मल्टी पार्ट टेरिफ्स. सो दीज आर टिपिकल टेरिफ. सो फ्लॅट रेट आय जस्ट टोल्ड यू, कशाचाच विचार केलेला नाही. फ्लॅट रेट मध्ये साधारणतः एक ढोबळ, दॅट इज व्हॉट वी कॅन से फ्लॅट amount of power generation, transmission, distribution, it is calculated, and based on the expenditure, number of units generated per unit, cost per unit, it is calculated, and accordingly the tariff is defined. That is flat rate. म्हणजे समजा 1 युनिट पॉवर जनरेशन साठी मला 2 रुपये खर्च येत असेल, ट्रान्समिशन साठी 1 रुपया खर्च येत असेल, डिस्ट्रीब्युशन साठी 1 रुपया खर्च येत असेल, माझा प्रॉफिट 1 रुपया असेल, असं सगळे मिळून सपोज 5 रुपये मला प्रत्येक युनिट मागे भेटले पाहिजे असं समजून जर आपण टेरिफ टाकलं की 5 रुपीज पर युनिट, सो दॅट इज फ्लॅट रेट टेरिफ. ओके, अँड दॅट इज सेम फॉर ऑल कंझ्युमर्स. दॅट इज सेम फॉर ऑल कंझ्युमर्स. मी काय म्हणतो लक्षात येतंय का? Hello. That is same for all consumer. It is very important. So, for volumetric tariff, in volumetric tariff, you may have the actual metered consumption. म्हणजे व्हॉल्यूम. काही फ्लॅट मध्ये काय असतं तुम्हाला की तुम्ही ब्लॉक, त्यामध्ये तुम्हाला ठरवून दिलं की समजा तुम्ही काही वेळेला यूज इट ऑर नॉट, मीटर पण नाही दिली, 3 महिन्यासाठी तुम्हाला 90 रुपये बिल भरायला लागेल. लाईक दॅट इज ऑल्सो फ्लॅट. Volumetric means amount of energy used, that is volume. The amount of energy used, that means you need to measure the amount of energy, that you need the energy meter. So energy meter is used for measurement of the actual consumption, and it includes different variables. So constant volumetric tariff, increasing block rate tariff, linear progressive tariff, peak load pricing tariff. So what it is, especially the constant volumetric, म्हणजे समजा युनिट कंझ्युम, द कॉन्स्टंट व्हॉल्यूमेट्रिक टेरिफ इज सेम ॲज दॅट ऑफ फ्लॅट रेट. साधारणतः म्हणजे तुम्ही किती पण पॉवर कंझ्युम करा, युनिट मोजले जातील. 100 युनिट झाले 5 रुपये पर युनिट, 500 रुपीज विल बी पेड. इफ यू हॅव 200 युनिट्स, then 1000 rupees will be paid. So volumetric constant. Then you may have increasing block rate. Means suppose sometimes you may have the tariff design for first 100 unit 5 rupees. Next 1012 300 units 7 rupees. 3012 500 9 rupees. 512 onwards say 12 rupees. So that is the increasing block rate tariff. You may have linear progressive tariff or you may have peak load. Linear progressive म्हणजे कसं, जसं तुमचा there may be a two-way. Linear progressive, that may be a two-way. Means if you are going increasing your consumption, your energy billing will be go on higher side. Sometimes if there is excess of power, it may come in picture that you are using large energy, then being a large energy user you may have subsidy. So that may be a linear tariff design. You may have peak load tariff. So now we are having the concept of टाइम ऑफ डे टेरिफ, म्हणजे TOD, टाइम ऑफ डे टेरिफ. म्हणजे काय, तुम्ही पॉवर जर समजा सकाळी 6 ते 10 वापरत असाल डिफरंट रेट, पॉवर 10 ते संध्याकाळी 4 वाजेपर्यंत वापरत असाल डिफरंट रेट, पॉवर संध्याकाळी 4 ते 8 वापरत असाल डिफरंट रेट, रात्री 8 ते 11 वाजेपर्यंत वापरत असाल डिफरंट रेट, रात्री 11 ते सकाळी 6 वाजेपर्यंत वापरत असाल डिफरंट रेट. सो पीक ऑफ लोड म्हणजे वेगवेगळ्या ड्युरेशन मध्ये सिस्टीमवर वेगवेगळा लोड असेल, so accordingly you may have different charges. So that may be considered. So multi-part, this is a volumetric tariff. Multi-part tariff, that includes two-part tariff, that is particularly the actual energy you have consumed. that is volumetric tariff. म्हणजे how much energy you have consumed, that includes one of the part. So where user pay both, that monthly fee, some access is there, some you are having fixed charges are there, like a monthly fee or monthly access or fixed charges. Usage fee is there for consumption, for the electricity. Okay. So that may included in the two-part tariff. Means part A, part B. Part A may be electricity consumption. Part may be fixed other consumption. Fixed मध्ये तुमचं fixed charges, meter cost, you may have fuel cost adjustment. So part B, and part A energy cost. So like this two-part tariff can be designed. So tariff structures are depending upon the many factors, which includes the network characteristics and objectives pursued by developing or pricing the policy. So it is tedious job for the system people to do. The charges may be differ between the different class of the consumer. I told you, charges may be differ for residential and commercial. Charges may be differ for residential, commercial, industrial and agricultural consumers. So tariff that is designed by considering social factors also. So keep in mind. So agricultural consumers are priced very low, rupees 0.5 or something per unit. So that is the lowest cost as far as the agriculture. 50 paise unit. So like this cost is there. That is the if you go for the residential consumer, it is around rupees 3.45 something per unit for first 100 units. Then 7 for 301 onwards. Then rupees 11 from 500 onwards, like this. Okay. So designing an efficient tariff structure can be done through stepwise approach. That is gathering the information. Just I told you, gathering information means you are now going to announce the tariff. You are going to design the tariff, say for the year which will be implemented or effective from the year to 2022-23. तुम्हाला त्या वर्षी सुरू करायचं. So you will start gathering the information right now. Okay, you will start gathering the information, technical information from all your consumers, plus you will have public hearing, and you may go in public and see actually what is the problems with our present tariff. That gathering information that is required. Evaluation and effectiveness of current tariff structure. That is what evaluate and say how effective is current tariff and what are the loopholes with the current tariff and how these loopholes can be overcome, or what we can say we can have the rectification, and how the new tariff will be more effective. Then how you will make the public awareness and all this. And then you may have some suggestions for your current tariff from your consumer, because you are having the below consumers. You have to listen the consumer. So consumer is having its own right. Finally, every system is running for consumer satisfaction. So if there is no consumer satisfaction, means you are running the system that is very rough, very bad. You are running it. So no way it will survive for longer duration. So consumer, you must understand the problems and you may incorporate in your new tariff. You may announce the reformation of the tariff, and you may have the public hearing. You may go to in public. You can have the rectifications. All this, whatever you are having the important suggestions, is not during the tariff. Then implementation process, it is formed. Once you have designed the tariff, then you have to put this particular report in front of the NERC, that is Electricity Regulatory Commission, and whatever you want NERC want to do, they will go through the study. If they want, again they will go in public and ask, and they will see that whether it is right, wrong, something will suggest modification, and everything will be done. And finally they will give you a green signal, or they will pass your tariff, and then you will be able to implement the tariff. So like this implementation process takes place. So gathering the information, just what I told you, details it is mentioned here. Then evaluation and effectiveness of the current tariff, just I told you. Evaluate the economical efficiency, calculate the particularly running and marginal charges, bring the additional charges if it is there in the unit in unit cost, calculate the revenue requirement. That is very important, revenue reconciliation. So revenue requirement, your tariff must be such that you should get sufficient amount in the form of profit. Suppose you should not get that much amount that you just run the system, otherwise you cannot expand your system, you cannot explore your system, you cannot modernize your system. So you must have the revenue reconciliation sufficient from the particular type of tariff. Okay, so that is very important. So calculate the revenue requirement and accordingly considering the additional benefit, profits, all maintenance cost, depreciation cost, expansion cost, reconfiguration cost, and all. By considering this, you must have the tariff design. Then you have to evaluate the current tariff for if it is sufficient to cover the cost. If it is not, what are the loopholes? Just I told you. If it is not sufficient to cover the entire cost of the generation, transmission, and distribution, then your tariff is having some problems. Definitely. Okay. So you have to put in front of regulating authority this strictly and very honestly, so that the regulating authority will be able to understand you, and you may have chances of getting your tariff faster. Okay. So you must have revenue from the tariff. If it do not cover full cost, then go for then you may have some subsidies. See, many agricultural consumers are provided with lesser cost per unit because of the subsidies. So subsidies again goes to the custody of government. So being an electrical company, you are the independent company. So government is not going to, your company is not a government company. So government asking you to give the subsidy, then you go to the government and think for the subsidy money and get it from the government. Otherwise, if you don't go, if it is way off the subsidies, definitely the system will be in trouble. That is what now taking place. MSEDCL is facing the same problem as on today. And many things are there. I think if we go on discussing in this particular, even hours, days will be less to discuss. इतकं खूप मोठं त्याच्यामध्ये अभ्यास करण्यासारखं किंवा चर्चा करण्यासारखं आहे. So you have just I am elaborating the point, putting the point in front of you and highlighting the things. You have much more study in this. You can go and you can study. Okay. Then you may have the published tariff. That is what I told you. Whatever tariff you have designed, that being a stakeholder, you have to go in front of the consumer. You have to publish the tariff in various publications. Then I told you this. You have to go for the awareness of the public. So public hearing and such things are there. So you can go this, provide this opportunity to the consumers to take part and incorporate the suggestions by the consumers. Then implementation, then go to the, finally once you have completed everything, go to the MERC regulating body. They will decide, they will think over, they will study your report, they will again visit to your firms, or they may visit to public consumers for their opinions also, and finally they may suggest you some modifications, and then you will go for implementation of the tariff. That is what cross subsidy, that is also important. Meaning of cross subsidy. Many viewers views the meaning of cross subsidy, but they have generally involved the idea that set of customers receives the favorable prices. That just I told you, set of agricultural consumer receiving the favorable prices. So there is a cross subsidy. Cross means what? Actually the subsidy is given to the consumer. They are not directly paying to the state electricity board, but on behalf of these consumers, state government is paying to the electricity board in terms of subsidy. Suppose electricity charges are 5 rupees per unit आणि कंझ्युमर समजा फार्मर जर फक्त 1 रुपया भरत असेल तर उरलेले 4 रुपये, that is a subsidy given by the government, and that you have to take, otherwise definitely you will be in trouble. The product of receiving the subsidy, cross subsidy, it is priced below. It's average incremental cost